Thank you once again for continuing this journey with me today. As I mentioned in other podcasts, I mentioned that what I'm sharing with you is me from my experiences from personal, military, combat, corporate, and otherwise, but under the concept and construct of the resilience that I believe we all have within us. And like leadership, it's a fairly nebulous topic to try and put your arms and hands and hearts around. But that is what I've been, called to do, or what I feel is my duty and mission to present to you as far as I understand it, as far as I can extract some wisdom out of it, and hopefully relate it to you in a way that makes sense and doesn't take up too much of your day. So continuing on the topic, a memory of betrayal and anger. And my proposition is that could be where that desire and I don't know, the kindling, the pilot light, that burning desire that's low level but always burning, maybe is where it comes from for us to build on that fire called resilience. So I'm going to start with maybe from me. I'm going to cite the story at West Point for me. And we'll call it the honor story at West Point. I think, though, that I read this to you, that could be the early formation of me defining resilience back in the day, even before I knew what resilience was. So, from the book, Resilience, the Beauty of Presence, I'm going to read to you the passage in the book called The Word of Your Honor. Starting with this, the West Point Honor Code. A cadet will not lie, cheat, steal, or tolerate those who do. Just at the beginning of our senior, firsty academic year, on a hot summer day in August 1983, I admired how my newly minted West Point ring caught the sun from an open window. The hint of autumn seemed imminent, but not today. My roommate, Octavio, and I waxed on the pressing world issues of the day. Baseball pine tar, the virtue of Mad Max, sleep versus food spectrum, grade point averages compared to the Dow Jones Index. Octavio loved economics. Then we began a compelling debate related to our academic studies. Some Girls by the Stones. Beth album, best group ever, Octavio proclaimed. I said, man, you have lost it. Mick and Keith peaked a decade ago. The Police and Synchronicity, that album, a whole new level that even the stoners can't even touch. He said, yeah, whatever, man. You like that wimpy, melodic crap. The Stones rock and roll like nobody's business. The Police can kick my boom, boom, boom. What the hell was that? Octavio said. Figuring it came from a classmate messing around, Octavio said in his rhythm and blues baritone, enter. In the middle of our heated debate, 3 members from the West Point Honor Committee practically knocked down the door to our room. Their beaming smiles at first seemed to indicate some great news for our class, but the temperature in the room had dropped a few degrees. Instead of common, pleasant greetings, my fellow classmates and the elected honor committee executives informed me of my final days as a cadet. They separately and then in chorus launched into a torrent of accusations against me. Where did you go between the hours of 2000, 8 p.m., and 2400, midnight, on August 15th, 1983, Cadet Weezer said. In his classic taxi driver accent, Octavio responded with, "You talking to me? You talking to me?" "Stand at ease, Octavio. We need answers from your classmate," Cadet Weezer said to establish control, rank, and order in the room. "What on-post status did you have at that time?" Cadet Proctor yelled. Honor Committee Chairman Cadet Oakman remarked, "What authority of absence did you have at that time?" "Since your room card appeared as unmarked, who did you notify of this unauthorized absence?" Cadet Weezer continued. Then a newly inducted Honor Committee member, Cadet St. Charles, pushed further. "Do you understand the cadet regulations regarding unauthorized and authorized absences? Do you understand the consequences of your actions?" Cadet Proctor remarked. Then, as the visitors, this honor committee team, in unison, executed a sharp about-face military movement, and Cadet Weezer concluded, "Since you have no satisfactory answer, we will begin your full honor investigative hearing." Now, even today, as an analyst and an engineer, I appreciated a thorough process. But as I tried to ignore the barrage of vague accusations, the term investigative caught my attention. I had never received any statements of impropriety or dishonesty in my 3 years at the academy, but they claimed I had violated the code on that very gloomy day. This felt like a very clear and dangerous win or lose situation. We'll stop there for today. Again, that is the prelude or the introduction to this thing that I said earlier. I'm here talking to you today and looking at my West Point diploma on the wall, so I must have gotten through that. But let me not to give you the spoiler alert about the outcome of this investigative hearing, but I want to give you at least that insight or that review of what I think might have been where I started this journey about being resilient. We'll continue on with part 3 in just a moment. Until then, stay present, stay current. It is always 8:20.